Welcome back. We'll start with a set of 25 questions for Geography NET November examination. We'll be covering that in the set of 2 classes. So we'll cover the first 25 questions today. Now starting with the type of questions, the paper overall was direct and more or less it was simple except a few questions where it required a kind of technical analysis. Now the first question was Mohr-Braid discontinuity. Mohr, which is also known as Mohr discontinuity, lies between crust and upper mantle. So the correct answer here would be 3. The next question talks about a direct concept where one plate slides beneath the other. So you have one plate sliding beneath the other and that is known as the zone of subduction. So you have subduction as the correct answer. Now next question is St. Andreas fault. St. Andreas fault is a transform fault and lies in the North America when you have a kind of collision between the North American plate and the Pacific plate. So you have the formation of the St. Andreas fault, which is a transform fault. So first would be the correct answer. The next, the fluvio-glacial deposits, we have already covered that in the class on the various depositional features. So Kames terraces is the correct answer here. So Kames terraces is a result of a fluvio-glacial deposition. The next are the various theories related to coral reef. We have covered all the theories and the details in the class on the theories of coral reef. Now subsistence theory was given by Darwin. So Darwin would be the correct answer here, that's 4. The other important theory is the Murray's theory, which is the standstill theory, and the Daly's theory of glacial control. The next question, very important. Now as a general idea, this is not a kind of very direct question where you would find the direct answer somewhere. Now this question talks about the rise in carbon dioxide concentration since 1750. So in 1750 it was around 280 parts per million and this has increased to more than 400. So let's take it as 400. So it would be 400 minus 280 divided by 280, which comes to around 42%. So from the choices, the only correct choices that comes here is more than 30%. The next question is a kind of assertion reason question. Now you have the shift of the ITC set is greater over sea than over land. The land gets more heated than the water bodies. Now this is a very tricky question. The only flaw here is the statement first, that's the assertion. The shift of the ITC set is greater over land than over sea. So the statement itself is incorrect. So assertion is wrong. If the assertion would have been correct, the reason would have been the correct explanation for it. It's because the land gets more heated than the water bodies and therefore the shift of ITCZ is greater over land. However, the statement says it's greater over sea, so it's incorrect. So assertion is false, reason is correct. So you have 4 as the correct choice here. The next is UVI index. The ultraviolet index was developed in 1990s. It was developed in 1992 by a Canadian scholar and it basically tries to understand the impact of the sunburn, the ultraviolet rays on earth. The composition of the gases, a very direct question. So you have to just know that nitrogen is 78%, oxygen is 21%, argon is 0.09% and carbon dioxide constitutes to 0.03%. So it's a kind of very direct question, match the list, so you must know and you can answer it. Next question, the subpolar lows of the southern hemisphere are nearly continuous. Now this is a correct statement, the reason being the land mass is less in southern hemisphere than the northern hemisphere. So what happens in the north is you have kind of distinct cell rather than a continuous belt that could be seen in the subpolar region. So both the statements are correct and reason is the correct explanation for assertion. So 1 would be the correct answer here. Now next question is the regions with high ocean water salinity. Now equatorial region and the subpolar region are the regions of heavy rainfall. As a result, the salinity decreases due to influx of rainfall. The only area where you would have the highest ocean water salinity would be the areas of subtropics. So subtropical would be the correct answer. Again, polar cannot be the answer because there you would have brine rejection. The next is, which of the following is responsible for greatest movement of all tides? Now this is a very important question, a tricky question, because this question is not dealing with just the kind of the cause of tides formation, that's we can say the gravitational attraction. However, this question talks about the concept of tidal range, and tidal range are basically governed by the size of the ocean body. So larger the ocean body or larger the area, it would govern the tidal range, the higher would be the tidal range. So size of the ocean would be the correct answer here, since it talks about the greatest movement of the tides. So here the answer would be sorry, not the tidal range, the size of the ocean. This question talks about tidal range and the answer would be size of the ocean. Now next question, which of the following percentages of distance from the earth's surface is correct for the perigee of moon than the apogee? Now perigee is somewhat around 360k, that's 3600,000 kilometers, and the apogee is around 405 kilometers. Now if you subtract this and divide it by the base value, you would have around 12%, which would come to be the answer. So the correct answer here would be 12%. The next is assertion reason question. Now here again, this is a very important question. The western side of the oceans are warmer than the eastern margins. So let's talk about, let's say this is Africa and you have the western side of the ocean. So this is the western side of the ocean, and the western side of the ocean could also be said as the eastern side of the continent. So remember, the words don't get confused. Western sides of the oceans or eastern sides of the continent are warmer than the eastern margins of the oceans or the western margins of the continent. Now this is mainly due to the movement of the ocean currents. However, there is one or two exceptions like the Luwian current, which is an exception to it. Most of the currents like Nambia current, Peru current, then you have California current follow this rule. So assertion is correct, reason is correct, and reason correctly explains the assertion. If it was western sides of the continents, the correct answer would be, the correct reason for it would be due to the movement of the westerlies. Now here, since we are talking about the western sides of the oceans, it's due to the movement of the ocean current. So you have both the statements as correct and reason as the correct explanation. Now next question, what is the mixing zone of two biomes? The transition zone of two biomes or the mixing zone of two biomes is known as ecotone, a direct